everyone, welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. My name is Stephanie and today we are going to be talking about Yarn Bee's Hint of Silk yarn. For those of you who watched my Hobby Lobby tour that was absolutely horrible, I apologize. I only had my cell phone with me and I happened to be in an area that had a Hobby Lobby so I could walk through with you guys, and the sound wasn't all that great because I was trying not to get kicked out because a lot of stores don't like YouTube film. But if you watch that video, then you know that I found this yarn and I got overly excited about it, and I told all of you that I would review it, so I am going to do so right now. Let's get into it. So here are the 5 colors that I picked up when I was at Hobby Lobby with you guys. This yarn is just so fabulous, and it is a little bit on the pricey side, but we're going to talk about that in just a minute. First, I want to tell you what it is. This is 85% bamboo and 15% silk. This yarn is super soft and it just feels so luxurious, and you can see that it has this beautiful sheen to it. There's just this gorgeous sheen running all through it, and that's the bamboo and silk combination. A lot of bamboo yarns have this lovely sheen to it, but it's so squishy. In each ball there is 3 ounces or 85 grams, and there are 130 yards or 19 meters in each. Let me lift that up so you might be able, if it decides to focus with the light shining on it. It's probably not going to, but I promise I'm not lying to you. This yarn is just glorious. Now, I had some questions about this because I mentioned Vinnie's yarns when I was talking about this. I've spoken about Vinnie's colors several times on my channel. This is 100% bamboo yarn. The Serena line is 100% bamboo yarn, and I did compare it to this. And the reason that I compared it to this is because the squish, the softness, the way that it feels, the sheen, it's extremely similar. And there are a lot of people in the US, well, all around the world actually, that have a lot of trouble getting Vinnie's colors because it's a South African brand. Now, I will say that Hint of Silk is not as nice as Vinnie's colors. It's just not. This is by far my favorite bamboo yarn that I have ever used, but there are major differences. 1, this is 100% bamboo. 2, this is all hand-dyed yarn. This is not dyed in a machine, and Hint of Silk is mass-produced, so it's dyed in massive lots. It's not the same at all, but it's hard to get Vinnie's anywhere else, and then on top of that, because of import costs, Vinnie's is very expensive. For us here in the US, there was only one retailer that sold Vinnie's. There are a couple small retailers. I think there's one in New York City and there's one in California. I want to say in San Francisco, but that doesn't feel right, that actually carried Vinnie's colors in their stores, but there was only one online retailer, and that online retailer sold Vinnie's colors. It was so expensive, and the reason that they did it is because the taxes to get it into the United States is just crazy, and then they have to put their markup on it because they actually have to make something if they want to keep the doors open. But they didn't keep the doors open, and they decided to close down. And just to show you how expensive this was, when they did their closeout sale, they sold one ball of this, which is 50 grams and 111 meters. They sold one ball of this for 14 USD. It's crazy expensive. Now, if you have somebody going to South Africa, which is how I got mine, my good friend Maxine, those of you who are in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group, you know that she's from South Africa, but she lives in New Zealand, and she goes there to visit her parents quite frequently. And that's how I got my Vinnie's colors, was Maxine got it for me, and then she sent it to me. So that's the best way to get it if you happen to have somebody going to go visit the country. But this is not about Vinnie's colors. This is about Hint of Silk. Because while it is not my favorite bamboo yarn, this is a really good replacement for it. If you're having issues getting something from South Africa, or you're having issues finding a retailer where you can purchase it in your country, if you have a Hobby Lobby anywhere near you, you should definitely go and check this out. Now, normally I have my receipt here. I purchased this, what day did we go into Hobby Lobby? Is there not a date on here? No, there's absolutely not a date on here. How odd. Anywho, one ball of this is $5.99 at my local Hobby Lobby, and I don't think that that's going to vary very much, but if you watch the video again, I happened to catch a week where it was 30% off, and I am told by Hobby Lobby enthusiasts that every other week there is a 30% off on all of their yarns, so keep that in mind. I don't normally shop at big box stores unless you guys ask me specifically to go and I need to get something, but this is just glorious. So with my 30% off, that made it $4.19 each for each of these, and I'm telling you that it seems expensive, and you all know how frugal I am. It seems expensive, but for what this is bamboo and this is silk, and it is glorious. It is definitely, if you're on a budget, but you really want to make something super, super nice and just notch up the luxury of it all, then this is definitely worth saving your pennies for. Going on a sale week, I would even purchase this yarn if it wasn't on sale. That is how much I love this yarn. Cannot speak more highly about it. So the colors that I got, this one is called Imperial Silk. That's the purple one. Let me bring it up here because in the camera below it's a very dark purple. I have Silk Pearl, which is of course getting blown out by my lights because that's the way that we roll here at It's Crochet O'Clock. This lovely sea green color is called Oriental Teal. It's so, so pretty. Can you see the sheen on that? This is called Dusty Rose. And then this one is called Smoked Silk. It's just beautiful. I have no idea what I am going to make with this, but I am definitely going to make something with this. As soon as I get all of my other projects off my plate that needs to be recorded, I am going to dive into this. I'm so super excited. Again, I know that I keep comparing it to Vinnie's, but good bamboo yarn is so hard to find at an affordable price here in the United States, and I am just beyond excited that I found something that was affordable. And for bamboo yarn, this is affordable. Even though it's mass produced, even though it's not hand dyed, this is still a really good price for this product. I don't think that they have, let's try, it says use a 5mm knitting needles or a 5.5 crochet hook. And it says that it is a worsted weight yarn. I'm going to go with, it's on the very low spectrum of a worsted weight yarn. I'm going to say that it's at the high spectrum of a 3 or a DK weight yarn, low spectrum of a worsted. So I would probably not use a 5.5mm crochet hook with this. I would probably use a 5, maybe even a 4.5mm crochet hook with this, because it's definitely teetering on DK and worsted or Aran weight. So that's my review of it. Gave you a little bit more info than I did in the Hobby Lobby one, but at least you get to see them closer up. Like this teal. Why do teals never show up on camera the way that they ought to? It's just, scoot forward just a little bit. It's just, the teal is not showing up, but this is just a beautiful sea green, a sea glass color. It's just, It's glorious. So if you happen to be going into a Hobby Lobby, or if you don't have one near you and you're going to order online and you have a coupon, please give this a shot. I can't speak more highly of this. This is just, it's glorious, and I'm so happy that I have found a replacement, because I hoard over my Vinnie's Colors Serena, and I only use it for very, very special stuff because it's so hard for me to get, and I don't want to let it go. But this is just awesome, guys. And I'm gonna stop now because I know that you're probably getting sick of hearing me, but check it out. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!